Yeah, thanks, Chair. I'm sure that there are a number of amendments, so I don't want to speak at too great a length about this particular one. There's a risk that the further we go back, we start to dilute the work that the committee is going to be able to do with an awful lot more information. Why is it that we're looking at these contracts with McKinsey in particular? I think Mr. Green spoke to the ethical questions of the connections between the Prime Minister in particular with Dominic Barton and with McKinsey. Also, the morality of the Government of Canada dealing with a company like McKinsey. Brand Canada is something that I know as Canadians we're all very proud of. I'm very proud of it. And when our government throws in with companies like this, and not just in such a way that they're continuing to do business that they've always done with them, but increasing it many orders of magnitude more year after year, then is this a message that the Government of Canada approves of the ongoing involvement of this company with some of the things that my colleague Ms. Kuzi outlined? We're talking about election spending scandals in France, corruption scandals in South Africa. We're talking about helping countries like Saudi Arabia identify, hunt, and target individuals who are critical of their government so that they can punish them and their families. And of course, something that we're all aware of is the opioid crisis that we're facing in Canada and in North America, and McKinsey's role in their work for Purdue Pharma in supercharging opioid sales and their availability, and basically giving Purdue the roadmap to light an inferno that continues to engulf communities and sweeps up and takes lives right across our country. So that's specifically why we're talking about McKinsey. The rise in consulting use by this government is the numbers are astronomical when you do look back. I don't think that I don't think that there's a limit on the comparisons that could be done, but I do think it's important that we consider why McKinsey in particular. Why is this set of outsourcing the one that finds itself in front of this committee? And that initial reporting, or some of the initial reporting, going back to early January with the CBC, where we had public service whistleblowers, not talking about any of the other service providers, or not talking about things that took place 10 years ago or under previous governments, saying things like, and I want to quote from that CBC article, quote, "We had a few presentations on very generic, completely vapid stuff. They arrived with nice colors, nice presentations, and they said they would revolutionize everything," one of the sources said. "In the end, we don't have any idea what they did," the source added, referring to, quote, "nice marketing that, quote, isn't science." So spending $100 million and the bureaucrats don't know what they were doing, but we do know that that from those same whistleblowers that McKinsey had a hand in transforming policy, not just in management consulting. So I think that it's important that we keep our eye on the prize. We try and remain focused in what we're doing here, and hope that we're able to maintain that focus as we move through the amendments that are being proposed.